Well, hello again, YouTube. It's Petey Two Finger talking movies. So, when I was a kid, I remember seeing the previews for Spinal Tap on Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel's At the Movies or sneak previews. And I realized at this time, well, for me, the idea that you could go and rent a VHS copy of a movie and watch it at home was not really a reality for me at that time. So I had it in my mind that by hook or crook, I needed to finagle my way into a movie theater to be able to see Spinal Tap. And that became a reality when I went with my buddy. It was kind of like we were being bad boys. No one knew. We didn't have permission, but we were out in his parents' car. And it was after we were in a public school, private school, where you had to sign a contract that you wouldn't go to movies and listen to rock music. And we went to see Spinal Tap. And I remember my friend really didn't want to do it. I really twisted his arm, and we went. And he did not laugh once. This guy just did not, wasn't having it. Now, I became a huge Spinal Tap fan. Of course, I bought the second album when it came out on cassette. I had a cassette copy of Spinal Tap too. And I remember watching some reunion concerts from different times. And yes, I'm a huge fan of this movie. So when I heard that Spinal Tap 2 was coming out, I was like, I hope this isn't something that I walk away from being like, well, they should have let sleeping dogs lie. And ultimately, I got to tell you, I do not see anyone quoting any of the lines from this sequel. Okay? Yes, it was great to see the characters again. Yes, it had its moments. Did it come close to what they did originally? No, not even by far. So I can't recommend it, but this is the type of thing that it's so iconic. It's become part of our culture. You know, it goes to 11. So, of course you're going to see Spinal Tap 2. It's just that I want to let you know what you're in for. It ends kind of abruptly. The cameos didn't make sense to me. Although it's always great to see Paul McCartney. Elton John did a great job. I really loved his performance, but it didn't. It really fell short as far as like walking away from this. Am I going to remember anything from this movie in 2 months? I don't think so. I'm going to remember that the original one, the joke was they were too old to be doing it, and now it's like they're really too old. So it's kind of, I hate to say freakish. So I cannot recommend this movie to you. If you're looking for a comedy, you know, some of the best comedies are also melancholy, where it'll have something, I won't say shocking, but like kind of depressing about it. You know, like Idiocracy is a good example, and what a phenomenal film. Last night we watched Code 3 featuring Rainn Wilson. And while you could complain about cartoon character situations, ridiculous over-the-top performances, this is kind of one of the elements that I can ignore when I'm watching a comedy. It's part of it doesn't matter that they may have some characters in the movie that are completely goofy and off the wall, because that's not really the main point of the film. Now, the cast was great. The story was great. It was a little bit on the sad side. Rainn Wilson, this was, I think I would say, this guy's finest moment. Pretty much everybody in the movie did a really great job. It's just, again, like he's training, there's a trainee, and it's this. So, All I've got to say is she was really good in it. The attractive young female role was did a great job, as well as everyone else in the film. There is some shocking moments. There's a brief, shocking male frontal thing that was quickly disturbing. You know, I gotta warn you if there's something of that caliber in a movie, if they're going to have frontal, it's like, oh my goodness. But this is not a reason to pass this film up. I saw people giving it rave reviews, and then I saw somebody give it a 5 because they said it was unrealistic and there was some ridiculousness in it. Well, it's a comedy, guys. And I would say this is a movie for our day and age. This is a modern comedy. So, seeing some of the shocking stuff in the film, well, you would expect to see this if this is supposedly filmed in a big city. I didn't catch it, and I don't think they said where it was supposed to take place. But I would put this on a don't miss. This is an excellent movie. So there you go. You might want to at least be in that train of thought that Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, is not going to tread any new water, nor is it going to leave you feeling satisfied. I talked to somebody and they were raving about it. I think there's this element to when you have something on this level, these iconic characters, there's going to be that automatic like +2 on the IMDb rating, you know, when really this movie was about a 5 for a comedy. It was about a 5. I would say, you know, if you're a musician, you've probably already seen it, but you could do a lot better. There is a 4.5-hour work print of Spinal Tap, like a rough draft of that film that they made that's available on the Criterion DVD, I believe. That's the Spinal Tap that you want to hunt down. And if you're begging for more, you always got A Mighty Wind. That's a phenomenal movie. You always got Best in Show, That's another great movie with the similar cast of characters. And then the piece of resistance, Waiting for Guffman. Waiting for Guffman, spectacularly great. That's my personal favorite. Although I have to go back and rewatch Mighty Wind. That's on my do list. There's another one called Mascots that is not, it's the same type of film. It's not made by the same group of people. But there is a scene in Mascots that, to me, was so unbelievably hilarious, I had to rewind it several times. So this is something, if you're going through the mockumentary greatest hits, don't take a pass on Mascots, but be aware it's like a 4.5 or 5 comedy with a knock it out of the park 10 60-second scene. So there you go. Spinal Tap 2, be ready. Code 3, highly recommended modern comedy. Also, pretty heavy thematic subject matter. It's an honest comedy. And I know I was really edging towards wrapping this up, but I can't forget to mention this guy, who I did not know his name. He's a striking handsome looking guy that I've seen in movies. Okay, Hangover. Step Brothers, I've seen that. 21 Jump Street got a 7.2. Really? Is that really a good movie? Or is this overrated? Did you say something?
We saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, we watch a lot of stuff that I put on because there's nothing else to click on. You know? I believe me, if I could get away with watching Omega Man every night of the week, but all right, you guys. Omega Man. What are you laughing about? It's a great movie. All right, you guys. Speaking of Omega Man, have you seen the Vincent Price version? I'm not talking about the slap to the face Will Smith version. No. Mike Patton's zombie vocals couldn't even save that steaming turkey. Anyway, you guys, you know what I always love to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Spank your pets if they cry. Hug your pets, ladies and gentlemen. And peace.